Hello guys, today we're taking a trip to Eve and this time we're going to be actually flying around there for a bit. Not for long because we can't bring a lot of fuel for our plane with us. The main reason being that the ordinary jet engines don't work on Eve, so I had to use the Aerospike drives, and it took me a while to come up with a it took a while to come up with a design that works, since I had quite a few problems. And we're gonna be using JEP. Also, for the sheer awesomeness of it, I made the effort to actually construct a plane that uses the right spaceplane cockpit, so that we can actually use the in-vehicle view when flying around on an alien planet. So, without further ado, let's go. Oh, that's... yeah, it's right on the edge there. That's not good. Anyway, yeah, let's go. If the lag is too bad, I'm gonna pause the recording, get into orbit, or at least get rid of a few stages, and then come back. No, restart recording. And if you're interested in how this is constructed, we're gonna be taking a somewhat closer look at this in the vehicle assembly building at the end of the video. So, yeah, I guess we are ready to go. Yeah, a bit of lag there, but I don't think it's too bad. It's manageable. You might want to skip a minute or two ahead. But yeah, these are very powerful and use fuel up very quickly. So you need to either add more fuel tanks and then add solid rocket boosters to help you in the first phases of the flight, or you want to manage your throttle to conserve fuel. Because, like I've said countless times before, the faster you move, the more energy you spend on countering air resistance. So you want to keep your speed at a reasonable level while in the thick parts of the atmosphere. Say 200 meters per second while you're below 12 kilometers or 13 kilometers, and below 400 while you're below 25, say. Yeah. See, we used a lot of our fuel up already in this outer stage, but since now we've achieved the speed we want and we're moving forward at a very low throttle, actually, yeah, we've passed out of that part of the atmosphere, so we want to accelerate here. Oh, fuck! Okay. That didn't happen in any of the test flights. Totally random. I'll be back in just a second. And I'm back. Yeah, you probably don't want to separate the outer stage while still moving at full throttle. So, yeah. I did it the other way now, and we managed to avoid disaster. And since we are accelerating, since we've achieved quite a bit of altitude, we want to start our gravity turn. No, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Come on. Yeah, as you can see, I have a space plane on top. Actually, I should have retracted the gears. Anyway, I have a space plane on top of a interstellar nuclear rocket stage. And how's our trajectory looking? Our trajectory is looking pretty nice. We can turn ourselves completely horizontally, actually, more or less. I'm gonna keep it at, say, 10 degrees. Yeah, this game has a few bugs and there are a few places in this mission where, oh, that's a lot of wobble. That's way too much wobble. That was moderately worrying. Anyway, there are places where things can go very, 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 very wrong, so I'm gonna be doing quite a bit of quick saving, and if you try to repeat this mission, I suggest you do the same. So yeah, we should make it there just fine, and shouldn't have any problems as far as fuel is concerned. But we might run into a few accidents along the way. Certainly the fact that we had one already like 2 minutes away from launch, well, that's not particularly encouraging. Okay. How's my trajectory? The trajectory is looking very good, in fact. And yeah, with big ships it seems to think that you're under acceleration a lot of the time, even when you're not. Actually, yeah, I should have waited until I was on the night side and approaching the dawn line, whatever you call it. Anyway, somewhere along here. But that doesn't particularly matter, actually. Let's just get into orbit, and we're gonna keep it at a third here, because I really don't like that wobble. And that's at not high enough. Still at not high enough, still at not high enough. Damn it. This is how you shouldn't get into orbit, kids. This is completely the wrong way to do it. But, meh, whatever. Okay, we need to... yeah, barely above. Let's turn that off. And then, once we're about yay here, we're gonna burn again. Yeah, this is actually lighter, I think, than my usual craft. I mean, the Duna Lander and the Duna Commando are both heavier than this, I think. So the lifter gets them into orbit a lot easier, you know, a lot more easily. So we have fuel left over for the interstellar stuff too, a little anyway. Okay, and this will swing us out that way, which is why you want to burn when you're over. Well, you want to launch an hour or two before dawn and burn like crazy towards 90 degrees. That swings you into a lower orbit around the sun. So if you're heading for a closer in planet, that's how you want to do it. Keep it at a third. Okay, we'll do this nice and gentle. There we go. And Pachunk. Okay, it didn't spin out of control on separation this time. Okay. Yeah, nice slow acceleration. Yeah, goodbye. And still nice and slow. Yeah, you'd think this kind of burn wouldn't be enough to do anything really, but And since it is gonna be, actually before we do that, quick save, throttle up again, and we want to push towards 90 degrees. Yay, so okay, Alt plus period to enter physical time warp while in space. And how are we doing? We need more thrust. Probably shouldn't turn while under this kind of time warp. Oh yeah, I'm gonna screw this up, aren't I? Okay, so we're gonna wait for our next orbit to burn again. Okay, and yay, so, and we want to do it towards 90 degrees. Have like 2 or 3 minutes of good burning here, and the moon is gonna be in the way again. Great. Come on, compensate for it. Just don't overcompensate. Okay. Should have plenty of fuel even if we don't do this exactly right, I think. Okay, keep burning, and that's the moon. Come on, give us an escape. Where is Eve anyway? Okay, other side of the sun, that's good, means we'll have plenty of... How's that looking? Yeah, we're falling into a lower. Solar orbit. Okay, 12 million or 12. Yeah, 12 million kilometers. It's gonna be good enough. What the? Okay, weird game being weird. Another burn there, and Eve is slightly inclined, so we will probably have to do a orbital inclination adjustment burn thingy. Actually, how quickly is it catching up to us? It should be about a third of an orbit every orbit, so yeah, every 180 degrees I orbit it should catch up by 60 degrees more or less, which means that hereabouts we actually want to burn in order to bring the other side of our orbit into Eve's altitude. So let's do that, and we'll see if we actually need to do an orbital adjustment or not. I'd rather avoid it, of course. It takes time, and even though we have more than enough fuel to do it, I'd rather just get on with it. C for camera, in order to quickly switch between the outside and inside views. Ooh, and this cool feature, you have a radar altitude meter. The altitude meter you get outside shows your actual, well, it shows your altitude to the lowest point on whatever space body you're orbiting. Stop that, stop that, stop that, stop swinging around like that. Whereas this shows your distance to surface over whichever point you're over, you know. So say if you're landing on a mountain on the moon, it would show you the altitude of the mountain, your distance to the mountain, not to the lowest point. So that is extremely useful in my opinion, and allows you to do a purely by instruments landing if you so choose. Okay. So yeah, guess we do another quick save just in case. I don't trust this version of the game. It has killed quite a few of my ships, well, especially on missions to Eve, so yeah. Let's time warp again. And now we wait, I guess. So yeah, Eve has really thick gravity and really thick atmosphere. I really don't think we're gonna be able to land there and take off again, although the other space bodies, including the ones in orbit around Jool, should be possible, I think. I'm actually thinking about trying to launch a mission to Lythe, or however you pronounce it, the ocean moon of Jool with an atmosphere. Although there you have your own difficulties in that you actually have to land on some very small landmass, so it's gonna be a problem targeting those. Still, it makes for an interesting challenge. I also tried a mission to Moho, but so far haven't been able to get a sphere of influence intersection thing happen. So I have a ship that could theoretically get there, but I haven't been able to actually pilot there. So not making that much progress on that, but Jool, the moons of Jool, as far as there and back missions are concerned, are a definite possibility, and I think I might be concentrating on those next. Now, I don't know whether I want to try and build an actual space plane that lands on Jool and then takes, not Jool, on Lythe, and takes off again, or whether I want to use something like my Duna lander with parachutes and rockets. See, with a plane I would have greater control over exactly where I land, and if I fall short I could theoretically use jet engines, I suppose, provided those work on that planetoid, to get where I'm to, you know, get closer to a landmass if I'm a bit off. But then again, it might be easier to get in orbit with an actual multi-stage rocket, well, two-stage lander. And how's that looking? That's not looking good at all. Okay, we're gonna keep bringing that in the vain hope that that helps. Down to 8.5. At that point we're gonna wait until we reach the point where my and Eve's orbit intersects, and then we're gonna do an adjustment there. And then we'll go from there. Yep, no intersects. Damn. Done. I'm not under acceleration. Quit it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, our orbits are way off. Gonna have to do an adjustment. Here-ish. Yeah, on Moho I'm thinking of a kind of a traditional moonlander design with outer tanks equipped with the, you know, smaller, close enough, the smaller rocket engines, the really small ones I mean, and the central tank equipped with the same for the return trip into orbit. And hopefully its gravity is so small that you can land without bringing those engines anywhere near to full power, because you're actually gonna have overheating problems there. As if we don't have enough to worry about. But, oh well. Why do you shift so far in that direction? That's stupid. Don't do that. There, hold it there. Okay, now another long boring burn here. Okay. So, what else? Well, yeah. So yeah, I think we're gonna be visiting the moons of Jool next. And we still have our satellite in orbit there. So, I think it was Bill. So, Bill is still screaming in space forever and ever. Oh yeah. Sucks to be him. Okay, and our orbit is shifting. Say another degree or so and it should be fine, I think. Yeah, see, that's looking a lot closer. Oh, that's good. That ought to do just fine. Well, it's not perfect, but it'll do. Okay, exit the crazy time warp. Actually gonna be ahead of it now. Okay, now I'm gonna bring this in a bit to say 11 million kilometers, and then we're gonna do some adjustments based on how it looks at that end after another half orbit. And as you can see, we still have plenty of fuel, so that's not much of a problem. Okay, come on. Okay, adjusting, come on. And there. Throttle up. Quick save, throttle up again. Yeah, this is a bit finicky, but it's actually easier this way because you kind of do it more gradually. You know, you don't have to well, you know, kind of an orbital rendezvous thing where you gradually match your orbits with and close in on whatever you're trying to rendezvous with. Although it does make for slightly longer mission time. Okay. And we are warping. Yeah, we should be behind the planet when we swing in here again. Okay, how far ahead of us is it? How far behind us is it gonna be? Oh. I think I need to push this side out again in order to get the intercept. I think. Okay, that fuel is not gonna last forever, so let's quick save in case this goes wrong. Okay. Oh, please give me an intercept, come on. Come on. Don't be like that. How much of a difference is there between those orbits? Not a lot. Come on, give me an intercept. Come on. Okay. Ha! I knew it! Tiny adjustments, bring it in. There we go, darling, there we go. We want our eventual periapsis to be not too high. Say about 1,000,000 meters would be just about right in my opinion. Wow, we've matched our orbits actually pretty damn well. Yeah, the more the angle of your orbit is off, the harder it is to bring your periapsis in real close, at least by burning horizontally. Usually you need to do some burning either northwards or southwards to bring your periapsis in close like this. But yeah, and now provided things don't glitch out when we try go from one sphere of influence to another. Oh, actually, we've used those up. Huh. Well, goodbye then. Not much use carrying them around. Another quick save. Here we go. And yeah, you need Eve to be a little ways behind you when you burn for it. But wonder how long is Moho's orbital period. It would be useful to know. It would be really useful to know. Okay, now that is not bad at all. Oh yes, yes, yes. Do we still have our engine? Yes, we do. Good. Very good. We're still... What acceleration? There is no acceleration. Don't be stupid. You really want to be careful with the time warp. It's a real killer. Pay attention to how much time you have left until your periapsis and how quickly that is going down. Don't ever look at the actual distance, look at the projected time. That's what you want to pay attention to. Seriously, that's the important bit. Okay, actually, I'm gonna check how we're coming in. We're coming in on the dark side. Okay. See, this is the thing. We are coming in with a lot of vertical speed and very small amount of horizontal speed. If we burn upwards and kill our vertical speed, that should bring us into a stable orbit with an apoapsis more or less wherever we're currently at, if we bring our vertical speed down to 0. See, the thing is, and it's a math thing, you have, okay, say you're moving diagonally, like, okay, say, look at this wing here. Okay, say, this outer edge is how you're moving. So you could say that it is a sum of your speed in this direction and your speed in this direction, right? So if you remove this, then you end up moving like this. With orbit, you essentially want to move sideways so quickly that as you keep falling towards the planet, you keep missing it. So if you kill your vertical speed and leave just your horizontal speed, you get into a stable orbit without bringing your periapsis in. Some of you might actually have understood that, and I try to make it as clear as possible, but well, that's the best I can do. Sorry, guys. If you didn't get it, then you didn't get it. Anyway, when you are coming in towards a planet and have a decent periapsis, kill your vertical speed and you will get in orbit. You don't have to wait till you actually hit periapsis. And if you're coming in from a very high altitude at a low speed, it can actually be more fuel efficient to do it that way. I mean, if you have to kill, say, well, here we have to kill a lot of speed, but if it's a difference between killing, say, 50 meters per second, which I had to do in one of my test flights, versus killing like 1000 meters per second, which is what it probably would have been if I had burned the periapsis, when coming in, and that was when coming in from an interplanetary trajectory, it can make a huge difference in fuel. So yeah, our periapsis is staying more or less the same, and whatever changes there are is because we are not exactly pointed vertically. That half degree difference is why we are getting some small changes, but most of it is going towards changing this side of the orbit and shrinking this side of the orbit. Actually, I'm gonna quick save, then I'm gonna use the physical time warp. And you can see that curving, while the periapsis stays more or less the same, which is what makes this such a neat thing to know. You see? We are in orbit now. Thing is that I want to land on the sunny side, so I'll probably have to bring this side in at the periapsis anyway. But see, I was worried that I might not have enough time to bring this in when I have such a relatively low periapsis with so weak an engine, so I decided to burn here anyway. Still, so how do I want to play this? How much fuel do I have left? I have plenty, I should be fine there. Okay. Okay. So how do I play this? Yeah, coming in there really won't do. Okay, let's bring our apoapsis in anyway. And yeah, we're gonna run out of vertical speed to kill very soon, and we don't want to actually add any, because that would push our apoapsis back out again. It's a weird thing that, and those are gonna go floating out into the solar system. Okay, so yeah, we have some 2700 meters per second, and we're gonna have to kill a lot of it. And how far away from that? 7 minutes, that should be enough. Okay. And another orb. Yeah, it's a bit hard to control. Suppose I could use RCS, but that would mean more parts, which means more lag, and I doubt you guys would enjoy that, since we have a few problems with laggishness already, and it would also mean more weight, which is bad for the mission. And the thing is, with these interstellar stages, you don't really need it anyway. So yeah. And the lander stages usually have some sort of vectoring engine, so... Can we see the planet? Can we see the planet? I don't think we can see the planet. It should be on that side. Yeah, it's on that side, but we can't actually see it. Come. Oh, there you are. Oh, hello. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Okay. Now what we really want to do is bring this side of the orbit over yay sunny side into within, say, 50,000 meters, so that the atmosphere slows us down and we end up landing there somewhere. To actually do that might require a few adjustments. Want to be over, well, Eve is gonna rotate, so, and we're gonna have a few landmasses here and there to work with, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Still, don't want to overdo it. And how's our fuel situation looking? Our fuel is good, 2/3 of a tank. Yeah, and those other tanks had as much fuel between all of them as this big one here, so essentially 2 of these tanks worth of actual fuel there. Sorry, adjusting my headset. Okay, so yeah, actually let's use the physical time warp. And I think I might just bring it in on this pass. And then if we don't manage to land safety, well, that's not a big deal. Although it is Jeb, Oh, we'll see. Should have plenty of landmass to choose from. It's about half and half, I think, water and ocean. Maybe more ocean than that, but point is there's plenty of landmass to choose from. Okay, yeah. I did get here a time or two with planes that had the jet engines because I thought, hey, Eve has an atmosphere, I can use that. Only, yeah, those don't work here. And I actually made one space plane, tried it, thought I didn't have enough lift to actually, you know, fly around there. I made another one with a lot more lift, more like this one, only I used the jet engines and fuel fuselages instead of these fuel tanks. And then I realized that, yeah, it's just not gonna work. Oh, we're swinging in from this direction. Actually, yeah, that's good, we can work with that. That's real good. Thought we might be orbiting in this direction, but nope. That's good. Excellent. Yeah, I want to be able to see what we are doing, otherwise, what's the point? Okay, and we're gonna save here in case we somehow screw this up. Just in case. Oh yeah, we're really orbiting there. So, say 50 or 40. Eve has a thicker atmosphere than Kerbin, so split the difference, call it 45. Okay, kill the time warp. Okay, we want to turn around first so that it drifts away from us backwards. Now you know. Turn, darling, turn. And chunk, try not to break anything. Yes, drift away from us, please. Thank you. Here we go. I think for the purposes of sheer epicness, we're gonna fly the rest of this mission in the in-cockpit view. Awesome. Whee! Okay. Need to turn towards the planet. And yeah, we'll need to turn around at some point, but this is just too awesome. Quick look at the altimeter. Yeah, we're coming in. And if I do this, do I still see the planet? A tiny bit. That's kind of awesome too. Yeah, those canards are in the way. Turn down. Whee! Okay, there it is. There you are, my darling. Come on. Time to rock and roll. Yeah, we'll just use the map instead, I guess. Yeah. browse cheese. Alright. Okay. There you are. How we looking? Yeah, we're probably gonna land on this continent here. We are aiming for a safe landing. And there's our rocket stage. Well, interplanetary stage. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're burning off speed, I won't ignite my engines until I'm much further down. And now we are running on the... Yeah, this tailpiece here is, well, for stability and additional lift, but mostly so that I could still attach the avionics package while using this crew module. So we are running on the avionics module now. We're getting a lot of stuff because we have, you know, turning power, because we have lots of control surfaces. So I've used caps lock, for those of you who don't know about that, to turn on precision controls. Each gives you finer controls, essentially ship turns less quickly. Think. Okay, and we're starting to come in. I can hear atmospheric effects. Whoa, nice map. Map says we're gonna die horribly. Pull up. Yeah. I'll stay at this angle then. And our altitude is still too high to get decent lift, I think. At least lift enough to balance that out. But that's okay, that's okay. You can start really flying here at about 15,000, I think. Yeah, see, we don't have enough lift. When we pull up, it doesn't really change our speed that much. It doesn't really change our trajectory or our speed, which means that the wings aren't doing much yet. So how far away is that? Far away. Yeah, we're gonna have to turn around and head for that landmass over there. Yeah. Okay, now I think we're getting some traction. Yeah, that's changing. Good luck with that. But I think we are managing to turn. Oh yes, we are. We want to head southwards. Towards land. Okay. Altitude says we are okay. Okay, so we managed to turn that around and we can kind of glide for a bit. So actually, yeah, we need to have a bit of engine power to stay afloat. think we need a bit more if we want to actually stay at a stable alt. No, this is enough. But we're losing speed and that will cost us. And nudge it up just a bit. Okay, stable speed, stable altitude. We're golden. For as long as our fuel lasts. Because these aerospike engines, oh baby. Yeah. Straight southwards? No, we don't want to go straight southwards. We want to turn a bit that way. Oh yes, we do. Now we want to do this. Okay. Okay. There we go, there we go. No, don't drift off course. Be a good girl. Come on. And wait, am I over? There's no way I'm overland. It has to be water, right? Okay, so yes, so okay. Oh yeah, that's land. It's just hard to see through the atmosphere. Okay, that's land way, way, way down there. Oh, we're so not gonna make it. Okay, cut the engines. Let's try and drift closer. And now it's pitching down because its balance has changed due to the fuel I've managed to burn off, which is awesome. Alt S, change your trim, baby. Not that much. Come on. Okay. Okay. Double speed. Too much speed. Yeah, you don't want to use more than... Yeah, you don't want to use physical time warp at all with planes. Tend to do crazy things. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Guess we have to use some engines. Well, that's okay if we don't have any left over for the actual landing. I will manage. Whee! And we're spiraling out of control horribly. Whee! But that's okay. A little more. Actually, yeah, we can keep us at a slight downward angle so we can actually see the land we're trying to reach. Yeah, I think we're gonna make it. Well, we might. Okay, that's... it's gonna be iffy actually. Okay, Alt W, Alt W, don't go into a crazy climb. Keep your nose down. We need speed more than we need altitude. Come on. Come on. Okay. We might make it. Okay. Yeah, it says we're gonna fall down here. Well, if not for engines, but that one lies because we are not purely ballistic. We have wings, we have lift. So that allows us to drift through the air instead of just plummeting toward us. And let's cut our engines. Since we're gonna be going in anyway, we might want to begin our approach. Yay, so. And are we too far? That? Oh, hell no, hell no. Oh, this shows surface speed and the map is based on orbital speed. Frack. And we're still pitching upwards. That's about balanced. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're gonna be fine. Side view says we are more or less over land. Okay. Wow, this is cool. How quick are we coming in? Nah, not that quick, we're cool. Turn a bit. There you go. Pitch downwards, pick up some speed as far as that is possible anyway. And okay. Yeah, we're gonna land just fine, I think. How's our altitude? Looks pretty level actually. That's good, that's good. Let's give us a bit of engine power and fly around for a bit. Let's go in that direction. Okay. And yeah, I'm still heading downwards. But, Anyway, here we are. Jeb is clearly enjoying himself. Yeah. Once we run out of fuel and land, Jeb is gonna beam his brain to a new clone and this plane is gonna self-destruct and the flight will be over. Well, you always wondered about how that happens. Well, that's the thing. That's how it happens. His mind gets beamed to a new clone and everything self-destructs. Simple, really. This is pretty cool, I think. Ooh, sun. Yeah, this is kind of cool. It's really difficult to move the view around with your mouse, though. That could have been done if... Oh, and that's our radar altitude. Whoa, that's because we are thrusting a bit too much. Yeah, too much speed, I think, in very thick atmosphere. Not good. Too much stress on the plane. Yeah, when I landed here, and I did manage to land even without aerospike engines, I was moving at like 30 meters per second when I landed. So, yeah. So I guess we might as well try an instruments landing. Excuse me. Okay. I don't really need engines right now. I'll turn them off just a smidge when I'm actually landing. Yeah, these are the two you want to watch. That and your artificial horizon. The vertical speed and your altitude. And there's the ground coming up. You want this to be at least... You want to be pointed at the very least horizontally, because you want your rear landing gear, that is, which I should probably put down, to hit the ground first. And the vertical speed, you want it to be below 5, otherwise you will crash in a fiery ball of Kerbal death. And this of course shows your actual distance to the surface. And we are about to touch down. There we are. We're down. Very useful. And we are once again drifting backwards. Stop. And we are on Eve. Landed in a space plane. And self-destruct. Jeb wants to go home. So let's check out the design. So you have some idea what was involved in this. This is our standard lifter stage. This more or less gets us into orbit with most of our designs in this version of the game. It's the current lifter setup I use. 4 inner ones, 8 outer ones feeding into the inner ones, and well, you get the idea. And an interplanetary stage with 4 extra fuel tanks and only 1 engine to save on weight and increase how much that fuel actually gets to do. So anyway, I'm gonna remove that, let you get a closer look at. Zoom in. Okay, yeah, and I have my more or less mandatory advanced SAS and SAS module. The SAS module gives you a little more stability and turning power, and I like to add one in just so that the advanced SAS module has something to work with even when the engines are off. And the advanced SAS module, well, in my opinion, would be pretty difficult to get anywhere without this. It's kind of necessary to keep your ship stable. I mean, you could with a lot of trouble get it where you want it to go, but and yeah, these parts are attached with struts to this to give it a bit of extra stability, and believe me, you will need that extra stability if you have an actual plane. Sorry, sitting strapped to a big rocket, because ships this style do wobble a lot. So be careful with that. And here we have a pretty simple spaceplane design. Okay. And yeah, it uses 2 aerospike engines, lift and mass. Why is the lift? Yay, so? Well, I don't know. Anyway, I made this in the spaceplane hangar and then copied the craft file over to this and added the rocket stage. So we have the tail here, which has the advanced SAS module, vertical stabilizer, and a set of wings, another set of wings in the front, and another set of wings in the back, because most of the mass is in the back, and canards for a bit of extra control. So yeah, that's more or less the spaceplane design. So leave your comments, hope you like this, and goodbye.